Hey, what is up? It's Jim, and I'm back with another tiller tip. And this week we're talking about fun. Don't you love to have fun? Of course you do. Everyone loves fun. We should dig into that, okay? Let's get there. But before we do, welcome to the new Tiller Coaching podcasting studios. How great is this? I've used this background for a while now. I built this backdrop several months ago. I built it with my bare hands. I used tools and stuff, but no one built it for me. I built it. We've got multiple cameras. From this camera, you can tell that we've got a curved wood wall. Yeah, man, I'm working real hard for this. I want this to be so nice, okay? So coming back here, I'm excited about using this space, and I've got a new podcast coming out. We'll still continue to do tiller tips, at least for a while. At some point, we will run out of tiller tips, but not now, not yet, okay? So, we got lights, and we've got backlights, and a soundboard, and all this great stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But for today, I said we're talking about fun, and this really is the newest tiller tip. This happened a few hours ago, and I had never used this phrase before, okay? And this phrase is going to make you laugh. I get it. This is going to be for as professional of a set that I have here. This tip I'm bringing you is rather unprofessional, but I think it's helpful. I really do. I think this is a big deal. So I was meeting with a couple who's been married for a while, not quite as long as me and Alicia, but for a while. And, I've learned about their expectation gaps. Today we were talking about, just things that have felt disappointing, things that they have dissatisfaction over. And that is a hard conversation, but it's a vital conversation to have. And so I'm really glad that we could talk about that. And, I just started going down this path towards one thing I heard them saying was about dinner and cleanup and bedtime. And I'm like, all right, paint the picture for me. Tonight, who's cooking, who's cleaning, who's taking care of baths, who's taking care of bedtime? How do we cooperate here and make this happen? And so they're kind of sharing about what she's doing and what he's doing and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him and I was like, hey man, at what point in the night where you are, kind of cleaning up as she's cooking, you're taking pots and pans and washing them right away, you're getting spices for her, closing cabinets, whatever you need to do to help her, at what point do you goose her? And the guy's like, I'm sorry, what? What was that? I'm like, yeah, no, you heard me. He's like, okay, well, maybe we have different definitions of goosing. And I'm like, no, pretty sure we have the same one. When do you goose her? And he's like, never. And I was like, oh, okay. Are you happy with that? Are you content with that? What about you, wife? Are you happy with that? Are you content? And he just kind of chimed in and he's like, listen, I don't think she would like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it sounds like you've never done it, so you maybe don't know. Wife, what do you think? How would you feel about getting goosed? And she's like, well, I don't think I'd hate it as much as he thinks. That's for sure. And, we started to talk about what would be kind of awkward about it. They've got a bunch of kids and, would a kid see that? That's maybe controversial. I'm like, no, I think it's okay. I think you can hug, I think you can kiss, and I think you can goose. Those three things are allowed for a married couple. There's more, but in public consumption, at least in the family context, I think that's fine. I just think that's fine. And so I was like, guys, I don't know if this is something that you had and you lost, or maybe you didn't know you could do, but here's the tiller tip. Always be goosin'. How about that? That's a really great statement. I mean, they both lost their minds. They thought it was hilarious, and I loved it. I'm like, maybe I need to record this today. Like I said, unprofessional tip in a professional setting. I'm just trying to balance everything out. here's my deal. Here's why I'm like giving this advice of always be goosin, because we got to have some fun. Everything's hard. Like, isn't everything hard? Adulting, that's hard. Like that is a really hard game to play. Okay. Like, a lot of us have expectation gaps that we're stuck in. A lot of us are experiencing suffering. A lot of us have these 3Ds that we find in the midst of the gap, the disappointment, dissatisfaction, and distress. And I think all of that stuff, trust me, I am an expert in all of this. All of that is an invitation to take ourselves more seriously. Okay, we've talked about this before in another Tiller tip. Celebration is the antidote to taking yourself too seriously. Like, it helps us not take ourselves too seriously. We need to live the free, alive, and interesting life. And is it all solved by goosing someone? Probably not. But it brings a little pizzazz. It brings a little intrigue and interest and flirtation and just goodness, stuff that like totally should be in your marriage. So I don't know if this is something you live by. Always be goosin'. Like, I need to make that t-shirt. Like, that's what we kept laughing about. Like, ABG, baby. Like, that's got to be a t-shirt. Do you live by that? Are you bringing fun into the mundane, into just the things that have to be done as an adult? Please, please, please. It doesn't have to be goosing. But do something to not take yourself so seriously. I think it's an easier pathway to start with goosing and find yourself more easily celebrating what God is doing, has done, and will do. Like all of this is important. So that might feel like a stretch to you, but like I absolutely believe it. There's a clear path between goosin' and celebration. Okay, so try it out for yourself. ABG, if you have a t-shirt company and you want to help me make shirts for that, I think that line's going to kill. Yeah, that's what I have. Guys, I appreciate you checking these out. We got more Tiller tips to come for sure. We've got the Gap Cast coming at you. I don't know, maybe in a few weeks. I am starting to record episodes. And so everything's happening. I appreciate you following, liking, subscribing, doing the things, supporting Tiller with prayer or otherwise. You guys are the best. And I will see you next time. All right, see ya.